Hi, this is Dustine from Two Lucky Cats. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make some aluminum craft foil ornaments for your Christmas tree or to decorate your packages if you want. The first ornament I'm going to show you how to make is the moon. Now, when I was creating these ornaments, I wanted to create a pattern that would limit any complicated kind of cutting of the foil. So I designed these different ornaments so you could just do them by cutting out a circle. Now, this is the craft foil that I'm using. It's 38 gauge, and I bought this on Amazon.com. If you get aluminum foil, craft foil, it should be at least 36 gauge because anything thinner than that won't be appropriate to make the ornaments. The other thing that you can use if you want is to get some of the heavier aluminum pans that you can find in the grocery store, the dollar store. It's best to get the kind that has as few lines or creases at the bottom of the pan, and ones that have a short side to them, because you have to cut the sides off. And then you can use a spoon, a metal spoon, to burnish it and try to get all those details out, to flatten it out. You can also use that too. If you can afford it, I bought this roll that I bought here has a whole lot of foil on it, and it was about $11.50, and I think you can get smaller rolls. So if you can't afford it, it saves you a lot of trouble if you can just buy the craft foil. So the first thing that you have to do is just trace the large circle pattern onto a piece of foil, and you really don't need any special tools to do this. I just used a ballpoint pen. If you have one that's run out of inks, this would be the perfect tool to use. So I just traced it onto the foil, and then I cut it out with a pair of scissors. And again, if you could go to the dollar store and get a pair of dollar store scissors, they're perfectly fine to cut the foil with, and that'll save your good scissors from being ruined by cutting the foil. So as you can see, it's just easy to cut this with the dollar store scissors. Okay, I'm almost done here. And we'll go on to the next step. Now, once I cut it out, just be careful, you know, because of course you can cut yourself with a piece of paper. So just be careful. You shouldn't have any rough edges or anything, but press down at the edges. And then I just kind of took my finger and burnished it on both sides, and also to flatten it. Alright, once you have that done, you're going to take the moon pattern here, put it down, and you're just going to trace it with your pen and try to press down as hard as you can so you can see the mark really well. Okay? Now, the next step is that I do here. The lips are kind of heart-shaped, so I just take that down like this, and then I go from here into here. Alright? Then I go over with the nose, as you can see, and I kind of just start right here and then make a little circle for the nose. And then I'd come up here and just go like this to make the eyebrow. And then I just make the eye underneath there and put a little circle in it. Okay? Now, I didn't want to have all this empty space here, so I also have a star pattern. And these are kind of small to work with. And I am working upside down. So, but the best way to do it is just hold it with your finger and then draw the one side, and then I just reposition it. Oops. There we go. And put it back where it belongs. I think I've got this. Whack. like that, and then just finish tracing the other side like that. There we go. Now, you know, I just put, you can put 3 more there. That's all there is to that. Then what I did was I got fingernail polish from the dollar store, because if you try to use regular paint, it's just going to roll right off the aluminum foil. So as you can see here, I use blue for the eyes. You just want bright colors that'll show up. So you can use green or blue. You know, I use pink for the cheek. And of course, depending on what colors you prefer and what colors are available at your dollar store, you can pick whatever colors that you want. But it's just, you know, easy. Oh, I forgot to draw the circle for the cheek. And that just goes right here next to the nose. Just draw a circle here for the cheek. Alright? So then, you know, you can just paint it in. Don't get too much on it. It'll just smear all over the place. But you can just, you know, paint around carefully inside there. And do that for like the eye and the mouth and the stars. Now once you get that done, if you're going to hang it, you need to put a hole in it. You might be able to use a hole punch. To tell you the truth, I was going to try that out, but I never got around to it. So you might, on a scrap, if you have a hole punch, see if that'll work. What I use, this is something else I got from the dollar store, and this is like an old-fashioned compass that you use to make circles. But it has kind of like a pointy end to it. You can use anything that has a pointy end. But you have to be careful when you do it. Make sure you're not going to jab your fingers. So I just started by making, and then just going like that until it came through. And then I just laid it out and flattened it down. Now, the other thing you need is a string. Probably some kind of a heavier embroidery threaded work, or some kind of a string, or just even any kind of a colored string, or if you have a thin yarn. And then what I did was I just put it through the hole and I tied it like this. Okay. There we go. And you can use maybe 7 or 8 inches to make your hanger. It depends on what kind of tree you're going to hang it on and how long you want it to be. So that's all there is to making the moon ornament. And we'll move on to making the sun. Alright, to make the sun ornament, we've cut out another circle out of the aluminum craft foil. And this time we're just going to trace the rays on to here with our ballpoint pen and go all around the edges. When you're done with that, the third thing I want to show you is how to make the tree topper. And you can do this either with the sun or with the moon, whichever one you like best. So you make the ornament the same way you did for the hanging ornament, except you cut from the circle that we used here for the face. You cut another circle, and you need a piece of about 17 gauge wire. It has to be heavy enough to hold the ornament up. Although the ornament isn't that heavy, but you can't use a really thin wire. And I used something that had a circumference that would fit around the top of my tree. And this tube of beads fit my tree exactly. So if you have a bigger branch at the top, you'll have to find something that's a little bit bigger around. So then you just wrap the wire around about 3 times. Let me get this off of here. And then you take a piece like this and straighten it out and cut it off. I don't know, that's about around 1 3/4 inches, something like that. Just cut it off. Then you're going to place it on top of the ornament, and then we're going to put glue on this circle here, and we'll put it on top of here. So let me just talk to you about the type of glue that I use. And if you're like me, you don't want to have 20 different types of glues for all different types of materials. So the glue that I like that works pretty much with almost everything that I need to glue is Bookbinder's PVA. It's a lot tackier than something like Elmer's glue, and it dries a lot faster, so it's not sliding all over the place while you're waiting for it to dry, whatever it is you're trying to glue. So you can find that there's bookbinding websites. You can find the glue there. I also purchased some off of Amazon. There's about 3 different sizes. So I use a lot of glue, so I got a 16-ounce bottle, but you can get smaller sizes. And it really works well even with this foil. So what I did was I laid the piece down here, the straight piece, and I put this on top after I spread glue on the bottom. And you just want to press down here, hold it down for a little bit, right around where the wire is, and then, you know, continue to smooth it down for a little while and hold it down. And then what I did, because the bottle of the glue is the same size as this circle, I just put the glue bottle on top, and it's pretty heavy, to weight it down so I don't have to sit here and hold it forever. And as you can see, it worked. And that's all there is. You can pretty much, I've also made some other ornaments, and you can make tree toppers with those. And with those ornaments, you have to glue 2 pieces together. So for that, before you glue them together, you can just make one of these and lay them in between the 2 pieces, and then put them together. And that'll create your tree topper. So those are the 3 ornaments I have to show you. I hope you enjoyed creating these ornaments. I have a couple other new ornament patterns for you to try, so check out our website. We have many free patterns there for you to do. You might want to make some Christmas gifts for some of your friends, or you might decide to make a gift for yourself. In any case, check back often, because we're always adding new patterns and new ideas. This is Dustine. Until next time, at 2 Lucky Cats.